Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UGC Intermediate League Week 2 of Season 10. That's right, we're back with UGC League. This evening, we will be casting Cream Team versus TFDtv, and I'm your host and caster, Magnum Phoenix, and with me, my co-host and co-caster, Benny Buckeye. How's it going, Benny?
It is going really well. Looking forward to an exciting Intermediate Division game tonight. Both teams coming into Week 2 with victories in Week 1 under their belts. So currently, I guess you could say both teams are undefeated until the end of the evening. Then one of them is going to have a fat L to their names, but that's okay. Everything comes and goes. It ebbs and flows with victories and defeats.
That's a nice little rhyme you got there. Have you considered starting a career in lyric writing or rapping, perhaps?
As a matter of fact, yes. You can check out my SoundCloud. No, there will be no SoundCloud links for raps from me this evening. But if you want me to spit a fat lyric in a moment here, then I certainly could oblige.
All right, well, like you said, this evening, these two teams, Cream Team versus TFD, both of them have that clean 1-0 record, but all good things must come to an end, and it looks like the end may be this defense here with Shrek 2 on DVD on Bastion.
I think the defense might be the end because there's currently 5 men on defense. Son of Chaos, nowhere to be found. Here he comes now. Here comes the man. Let's see if he's going to get there in time. We already have Greeneed hanging out on the Sombra, just waiting to do a little bit of hacking, and doesn't get it off. Has to fly away quickly.
Looks like that Sombra's trying to do a little bit of work in the backline. However, the tank-heavy composition and the Bastion Symmetra will make for a tough bunker to try and go through. If that Reinhardt of Jehao decides to try and come through this choke here, he may get bursted down before he can do anything at all. And so it's really going to be up to Greeneed to try and deal some utility damage here in the back and distract people.
There was the hack on the Shrek 2 on DVD, and they're going to capitalize it right on now. Jehao comes in swinging, but no one has found a pick just yet. The point, though, is being contested. We see Son of Chaos here trying to do some damage, not going to find anyone with the drop. Davis does demech Jenkins, but Demas is purpled right now, and in comes the big shield. See if it's going to make any kind of a difference, though, with that pointing. It doesn't look like it will. Greeneed finds one. D-Man destroys a special ability there. Jehao charges down. TFDv. Oh, and that hack is big.
Greeneed with that EMP to clean up the fight. Just wanted to secure the victory there. They committed a couple ultimates. They had D-Man commit that rally on the Brigitte. Greeneed with the EMP just to clean everything up. And it's really not that bad of an idea to clean up quickly. You're moving on to the streets phase here. You want to get them off the point. And even if you won, you want to have as much time as possible. And with about 5 minutes, it's a pretty respectable time to try and get through point B here on Eichenwald. Looks like the swaps...
More than enough time, indeed.
I'm sorry. Looks like the swaps are not coming through on the side of Cream Team. It looks like they're going to be holding on this bunker Bastion composition. And it's going to be TFG to take the high ground here, rotate with the tanks, and they're going to charge right on the bunker!
Oh, that's a lot of aggression, but it's not going to pay off. Jehao goes down to TFDv. We do see Squeaky Frog dropping a little bit of a sound barrier right there, but it's not going to be enough to keep D-Man alive. But Shrek 2 on DVD is gone, and with all this fighting on the high ground, the payload has been continuing to advance for some time. Jenkins is going to get that nano boost, and is going to find Son of Chaos and take them down rather quickly. And all of the picks are definitely going the way of the attacking team. The team without finds too! Jenkins takes down Tack, takes down Rake, and welp.
Jenkins made a really good heads-up play. He had that nano boost, it was wearing off, so he decided to drop that Diva Bomb where he stood. And then as that Diva Bomb went up, the Immortality field from the Baptiste was up, and so Baby Diva, as Baby Diva, Jenkins took out that Immortality field, and the bomb was able to find too. So pretty good heads-up play there.
Tack runs on in and is going to stall it long enough for his teammates to come on out and do a little bit of extra damage. The rally is up, the damage boosting field is up, but no real picks coming in. J-How does get frozen. That's going to hurt TFD's protection with a barrier for a little while there, but it's not going to matter. J-How destroys TFDv's ult, it destroys TFDv. Trek 2 on DV. D is gone, courtesy of Greeneed, and boop, goodbye, Tack. All that remains is, Hagu is gone, Rake is gone. The Valkyrie is popped for no good reason. Rova goes down, burning that ultimate unless they're going to switch off of the Mercy. And so far they haven't. I don't know what they were thinking there, burning that ultimate in an absolute no-win situation.
Yeah, Rova maybe trying to contest the card a little bit, but as a solo Mercy, I wouldn't think that Valkyrie's a very good strategy in order to contest the card there. I feel like you should have just reset and then be able to take this fight for good, but Greeneed with a huge EMP and a follow-up hammer from J-How is going to set the entirety of Cream Team on their backs. They're going to get charged away, and with only a few meters remaining, this payload is rounding the final point here on Eichenwald, and J-How is holding very far forward. He's going to get a pin onto the Orisa. And he's a little bit stuck back here, but he's doing a good job holding the door. The Baptiste goes down. Tack is freezing everyone on point. The blizzard coming through.
How did J-How not go down? What?
He's still up. Impressive.
J-How was frozen and the Diva Bomb went off, but it didn't do anything to him. Oh, okay, cool. That's neat. Go Reinhardt. Anyway, more damage being done. J-How now does finally go down. Jenkins is demagged and put to rest as well. Shrek doing work with the Bastion gun. And, well, it looks like things have stabilized for a Cream Team here.
Yeah, Cream Team able to pump out a lot of damage with that Bastion Baptiste combo. However, Greeneed with that EMP setup that kind of set everything off is getting close to the EMP again. 70% on Sombra, so chances are pretty much one more burst onto a large target and then a teleport out. He'll have his ult up, and that's exactly what he's going to do in the back line here. Oh, elects to try and hack instead of deal damage, but whatever. Still coming up on that ultimate, J-How with that Shatter, and chances are, once that EMP Shatter comes through, it'll be a similar setup as we saw as the cart was rounding the corner. So be looking for those ultimates to be combined. And there it is. Everyone has their ultimates up on the side of TFD. And Shrek is popping that Bastion ult while the entirety of TFD is hiding.
I have some serious questions about Cream Team's ultimate usage right at the moment. Here we go. Rova pops the Valkyrie without even the push coming in. And TFD is just going to wait it out. They have no good reason to let Rova get any kind of additional damage done or healing done. Rova just flying around doing their best Battle Mercy impersonation. We do all know that pistol does a surprising amount of damage. Will the bomb find any? Nope, it will find none. What is going on? TFD is all the way in the back line, taking over spawn point control from Cream Team, finding a pick and a half, and there's two right there. Tack gets headshot. Greeny's just gonna hop on to the payload and move it forward. Okay, I have so many questions. Shrek is gone, Rake is gone. We do still see Son of Chaos doing some damage and getting healed by Rova.
Oh, nice eat.
No Blizzard today. Jenkins says no. Jenkins, no. Rova thought they were safe on the chandelier, but it doesn't matter.
That was, man, I'm enjoying watching Jenkins right now. He got a nice eat there on the Mei ult at the end, and then also the Diva Bomb just set it right next to the Mercy sitting up there. She just kind of accepted her fate. It was over. But
I have so many questions.
If I was to look in the dictionary under the definition of scrappy, I believe I would see this VOD as linked in the dictionary. That fight and that sequence was, that was a blow for blow, people trading back and forth, picks coming through, mostly on the side of TFD, but You know, there were picks coming through all over the place. The fight was happening in 2 and 3 different locations. Ultimates were being popped before, during, and after the fights. There was a lot going on during that time.
I think I would have to look in the dictionary under questionable ultimate usage, but we'll look under scrappy. That makes it sound a little bit better, doesn't it?
Well, regardless, both teams have a little bit of a chance to reset here. With 30 seconds in the bank, TFD did a respectable job pushing through. However, it is beatable, and so if Cream Team is looking to push for a faster time, they could pretty easily do it, I think. It depends on their ultimate usage, but going through the first and second points, TFD did very well. It was just that third point where they kind of got stalled up a little bit. So if Cream Team can keep a similar pace and then not get stalled at the last point, things could look very good for them.
That they could, and they're going to get their opportunity right now. We are seeing a fairly standard positioning, but look at this. We have an Ashe. Green is coming out here with some heavy DPS instead of a Ghost composition.
Hold on. You're not mistaken if you're watching here at home. Blue Team, which is Cream Team, is on attack. And they're running the attack Bastion Bunker? I've not necessarily seen this strat before. Shrek almost booped off the edge there. But,
Oh, that Fire Strike did a ton of damage if the capitalization can come in. Rova takes down Green, but Shrek is destroyed by Mr. Squeaky Frog on the Lucio. Eliminates them. Drake does demac Jenkins, and Jenkins is gone, but Tack is also gone. That's an attack May as well? Hello? Sir or Madam, D-Man destroys Rake's ultimate just like that. The hammer finds 2! In comes the capitalization. TFDv goes down courtesy of the Earth Shatter. Son of Chaos commits a very honorable end to their own life, and it's a reset for Cream Team.
Absolutely. Cream Team not changing their compositions yet. They have some ultimates coming online. They've got the Supercharger almost up. They've got the Diva Bomb, the Beat, and they have the damage amplification matrix of Baptiste online. So if they can get their Bastion and Baptiste in a good position, they could potentially melt right through the entirety of TFDv.
But they're going to have some exceptionally impressive positioning if they're going to make that work, and I'm not sure that we're going to see it right now. Oh boy, that Diva Bomb goes up but doesn't find anyone. That's courtesy of J-House, who sends it flying into the stratosphere, but it's not going to help the remainder of the team, E-Man, Suzuki, and we're seeing that Bastion set up with the damage boost courtesy of Baptiste, and Shrek just melted through the majority of the defending team right there.
Yeah. Shrek 2 out on DVD, coming to a payload near you. He's going to be destroying TFDv with that Baptiste amplification matrix. They kind of go together. I'm getting the names mixed up, but Bastion, Baptiste, they make a good combo in this situation. I'll be a little interested to see how this pirate ship works out. But, you know, if they were able to take a static hard point with a Bastion Baptiste combo, I have a feeling that pirate ship is going to be even better for them.
This is definitely the point in time where J-How is going to have to earn their money. That Fire Strike going through any kind of a barrier with absolutely no negative effects and just feeding ultimate charge onto TFD's Reinhardt. Here comes the freeze on attack on the point, the bomb. Jenkins, okay, hello, this is odd.
Oh, there we go.
I am freaking out, man. D-Man takes down Shrek 2 on DVD. Green dealing some damage. D-Man on a tear, that's a triple kill. Rake and Rova both go down to the Brigida player. Jenkins takes down Tack. Tacking on an additional kill right there. And Cream Team is hard reset.
Yeah, Cream Team had some good momentum there. Tack starting everything off with a defensive preemptive May ult, I guess we should call that one. However, the bomb from Jenkins was able to take out the immortality field on the side of the Baptiste, but there was a lot of exchanges going on there, and TFD just came out on top there. Not a lot of ultimates committed, maybe a bit of a dry fight for both teams. And it'll start off with a pick on Shrek, which means that's a lot of damage offline. Let's take that back. Rova with a nice res. Shrek back at it with the Bastion configuration.
TFD has managed to burn a minute and a half off the clock for this, and that shatter!
Oh, that's a good wall, though.
Pixel perfect manages to get the wall up, doesn't block the shatter, but does protect members of their team from getting destroyed while they were laying on their backs. Oh boy, here we go. Here's the damage increase field one more time. It's not going to do nearly as much as they'd hoped, but it is going to prevent a push onto the high ground from TFD. And that's all they could really hope for. J-How does go down, courtesy of Shrek. Tak takes down Sizz. Tak is destroyed in turn by Green on the Ash. And this is a little bit of a reset, but this is so odd. The attacking team has taken up the defender's position on the high ground and is doing damage. Finally, they drop back down onto the payload. Squeaky is destroyed. Tak is brought back from the dead. Jenkins D-Mac D-Man gone. Headshot from Rova. Rova, it's a nice little double kill as a Mercy, punching Jenkins in the face. And now the payload continues to roll on forward.
Mercy with that Glock out right now. You know she keeps that thing on her. And doing some pretty good, a surprising amount of damage. Is that meme too old to use?
No, I think that considering the double kill she just picked up right there, that is certainly a surprising amount of damage from the Mercy player. Oh, look at this!
The Bob contest with Jenkins.
Defense. What is this?
It was actually a good Mei out there, kind of preventing the TFD team from coming out the door, but ultimates are breaking loose here. Son of Chaos with 2 kills. Shrek popping that Bastion ult to clean things up, and it's going to be Jenkins, the last man standing on point. And as he goes down, the payload rounds .2, going into the final bit of Eichenwald here. It's going to be 2 minutes left in order to complete this map. Definitely coming into this point with less time left than TFD did. So Cream Team's gonna have to work extra hard to keep this this momentum going.
So far, the momentum has been going pretty well indeed. Oh boy, here we go. J-How waiting around the corner, probably looking to find a big shatter, but they're all on top of the cart. It's a pirate ship strat, and they get walled in. This is so much free space right now. The payload moves on forward, but it's not going to matter right now. Jenkins pops on out, gets nano boosted, and searches for a pick himself. J-How still has that shatter in the back line. But Tak gets hacked, that's huge! Shatter finds 2, Bastion goes down, D.Va also is knocked left, but neither is going to be capitalized on. Tak is destroyed, and the payload is oh so close to that final checkpoint.
1 minute left, and TFD is holding. They managed to keep everyone alive. They haven't lost anyone, and this could be a big pick. The Baptiste is forced to use the Immortality Field. And that's a big cooldown. That's like a 30-second cooldown. Perhaps longer. I don't recall the exact time on it. But without that cooldown, it's going to be a little bit harder for Cream Team to go in. So Baptiste makes it out. But at the same time, a bit of a win there from Cream Team. The D.Va bomb goes in. The hack. And it's Ray Keen going down on Baptiste.
Tak switches off the Mei and brings out the Reaper, but it's not going to do anything. J-How ends that idea of the shotgun-wielding terror right in the butt. Squeaky Frog, however, is destroyed by Shrek 2, and now with 15 seconds left, TFD is down a player. They've got to pull back and play a little bit more conservatively as they're going to be playing 5-on-6. Now it's finally back to 6-on-6. Green a little bit out of position. Tangling with Son of Chaos on the D.Va. They are going to get there for at least the stall. The contest is in, and we are into overtime. Greeny goes down. Jenkins is D-Max. Rake's Immortality Field is destroyed by Jay. But that's all the picks so far. And Jay goes down. That's the main tank of TFD.
Oh, it's a big purple on point, though.
Squeaky also gone courtesy of Shrek. Here comes the D.Va bomb. Who will it find? No one.
Jenkins still on point, able to contest here, doing his best to try and take out Shrek. But Rova with that Mercy ult was able to keep pretty much everyone up. Greeny still has a chance here. He has that EMP up, and if they can get someone back on point to contest, they may be able to land a big EMP. It's medium-sized, I would say. And J-How finds a kill onto the Bastion as he ults. That's going to be big here. And the kills are starting to roll, and J-How going absolutely huge for his team right now.
J-How finds 3. Rova was just up on their favorite little position, up on top of the balcony. but they're forced to back off, and they're not even going to be able to get back in time to delay the overtime. TFDtv takes map 1 of the evening.
TFD with a nice hold there at the end. J-How going absolutely massive for his team. D-Man gonna be popping in with this play of the game here. The Brigitte Squire to the Reinhardt. It's gonna be high ground here. Into this Mayall. Takes out the Bastion. Takes out the Baptiste. The finish on the purpled Lucio. And then a cleanup there at the very end. Shrek 2 dealing 42% of his team's damage. That is some insane numbers, and it kind of goes to show you how much resources that they were dumping into that Bastion to output 40% of his damage, of his team's damage. That is so much committed onto the Bastion, and when it wasn't working or when he was picked early, that means that's pretty much a free team fight for TFDtv.
That it is. We saw a little bit of everything that map. We saw some strange out of position plays, some big ultimates, some eating of some ultimates. That was pretty much everything there.
In the chat, we have Macro Power resubbing with Twitch Prime. Thank you. We have Das Fatal Error on 2 accounts, somehow giving us Twitch Prime on 2 different accounts. I appreciate it, Fatal. He's our biggest fanboy, I would say.
I think so. He also may or not be a league admin of UGC.
He may be our boss.
He's definitely our boss. He's paying us, I think.
Everyone in chat at Fatal Error with a smiley face. Give him a nice smile.
Yeah, give him some. Make his evening. Tell him what a swell guy he is and how he's doing a fantastic job as a UGC league admin.
He is. And UGC would really be nothing without the admins. This organization has some really good organization skills. They have some good promotion and just a really good group of people. So UGC is great, all the way from their Premier League to their Beginner League. If you guys are interested in joining a team, go ahead and join their Discord, because it's very active and there's lots of cool people there. And if you join and join a team, you can be casted by yours truly.
That you can, and honestly, forget all the competition. Just being casted is the best, right? That's why anyone ever plays this, just so they can get the honor and glory, if you will, that comes with being casted.
Yep.
Right.
And
that's how it works.
that's the thing. You clip all of your PogChamp plays on stream and you send it to your friends. Then
like, honestly, we're just here to make your highlight reel. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Well, you can put us in your frag video. You can make an Overwatch frag video.
It's true. You could do like an old Smitty vacation, except with Overwatch.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we're going to be traveling to Greece, I believe. And it is going to be
Greece.
Ilios Well here.
I hear this is where they filmed filmed on location for 300. You see where Leonidas did his big old Spartan kick to the Persian ambassador, sent him hurtling down into the well to find plenty of earth and water. This is the place.
I seem to remember it being darker, more yellowish and reddish in the movie. This looks pretty green and blue, cheery.
You see, thousands of years ago, the atmosphere actually tinted everything. So that's why that was.
Oh, okay, understandable.
I am a meteorologist, I swear.
An archaeometeorologist historian.
An Archimedes, yes.
Trek 2 on DVD landing a massive basket for his team there. That's going to be the confetti popping off in spawn for him. And it's going to be the Bastion.
Can someone in the chat tell me, is Shrek 2 on DVD a Bastion 1 trick? I need to know.
I need to watch this movie. because hopefully it's literally just a Bastion sitting in a swamp shooting anyone who comes in.
What are you doing in my swamp? He said before unleashing his minigun on the advancing mythical horde. Son of Chaos. Derp, goodbye.
Not exactly sure what happened there, but he's gonna be out of the fight. Shrek 2 on DVD, coming back with a couple picks there, and it's that immortality field from the Baptiste dealing absolute dividends, and Reiki has his damage amplification matrix. Is it possible to learn this power? That's what I'd like to know.
He finds another one, Squeaky Frog. Okay. Okay, now, before we go any further, I want you to think, if you're a high plat, low diamond player, it's your second week in a league, and your team is getting absolutely dumpstered by a Bastion. How mad are you? How tilted do you think TFD is right now?
Well, part of it is, you know, being upset that you're getting rolled by a meme character. But the other part is that when you scrim against other teams, no one plays Bastion. No one's gonna ever play Bastion on well. And so you've never encountered this strat before, and so you don't really know how to deal with it. So it's not necessarily the fault. Oh my gosh. Son of Chaos with a gigantic boop there. Oh my gosh, another one. This hamster is unstoppable. Those were some two really good boops there, taking the Orisa out of the fight, and then I believe it was the Roadhog as well, so the double tank kill with the Wrecking Ball. So that was pretty good.
You can't be having a good time if you're on TFD right now.
Yeah,
just
so
a double boop and then a Bastion shredding you beyond belief.
TFD swapping over to this this Ana Sombra Goats, and they're gonna walk into the minefield of Son of Chaos. He's doing some absolute work right now. And
that's 3 kills with the hook and spin around, whack him in the back of the head. This is ridiculous.
So maybe Sombra Goats is the answer here. However, you're just so far behind an ultimate economy at this point that it's going to be very difficult to come back. You've got 0 kills due to all your or 0 ultimates ready due to all your changes, and you've got 3 on the side of Cream Team right now. So it's pretty difficult to try and recover off of this one.
Oh, look at this! The Sombra switch position, set up with another Orisa shield for the Bastion. Attack finds one. We're into overtime. Shrek goes on into full-on tank mode. J-How is gone. D-Man is gone. Jenkins is D-Mac. Son of Chaos finishes up the job. You know what? Just let Shrek and Son of Chaos play by themselves, honestly. I think they're accounting for, what, 90% plus of their team's kills so far, right on this particular map?
Yeah, the kill participation percentage has to be insane from Shrek, and what I thought would work even less well on a control point, you know, I thought the Bastion, you know, was in its glory days on payload and it didn't pay off, and now we're onto a hard point, a literal control point, and it's working better. So I'm not entirely sure how that works, but when you win that first fight, I guess you just stay on point, you can set up, and you never really have to move around that much. So it might be a different story if Cream Team was losing the first fight. However, since they're winning, it seems that TFD just can't get to the Bastion to displace him. So that may be the strategy.
Single-handedly changing the meta right here. Son of Chaos already rolls on in, trying to take out Green on the Sombra. Doesn't manage to get her, but TFDv does manage to take out Squeaky Frog. Shrek, surprisingly, absolutely no one comes in and starts things off with a bang. J-How, main tank gone, D-Man gone, Jenkins, D-Mac, courtesy of Son of Chaos and Tact, respectively. The point is under contest right now, and now it's not. Son of Chaos punches Jenkins in the face, and the point is so far under the control of the Cream Team. Shrek 2 going to be setting up in turret mode for a Reign of Terror.
Yeah. There, I feel like TFD could have definitely played that better. The Bastion was literally set up on the top right from their perspective, and they could have just hidden around corners and just never been in line of sight of that Bastion. So they instead chose to play point really early, got their shield melted, lost their main tank, and it was just a bad play overall. Shrek 2 just capitalizing on that bad positioning. But he's taken out by D-Man. D-Man standing for Demo Man, in this case on the Junkrat, dealing some long-range damage from those bombs. And he's going to be melted.
Oh my goodness gracious, the damage increase is insane. Now, take a look at this. This is actually fantastic synergy that we're seeing right here with Shrek 2 on DVD and just the entirety of Cream Team. Tak bringing out the Sombra is capitalizing on Bastion's ability as a turret, using their teleports almost exclusively to reposition Shrek so that he's in an optimal position to, well, do that, melt people's faces like he just did.
Yeah. Couple ultimates used there on the side of TFD. Overall, pretty good ultimate usage. They used the EMP, didn't really get any value out of that. And then also the Transcendence, that was used to stall out the point. And they got to a fairly even percentage. It was about 35-35. Obviously now ticking up on the side of Cream Team. But it looks like TFD is rolling in with a couple ultimates coming up. And this Earth Shatter could be pivotal. J-How is making his presence known on point, but Shrek 2 with an early pick using his configuration tank.
J-How is gone. D-Man is also gone, both courtesy of Son of Chaos. And, well, Greenie's gone. Son of Chaos finds a third.
Son of Chaos doing some really good work on this hamster. So as everyone is focused on that Orisa, Bastion, Baptiste bunker, Son of Chaos rolling around on the Hammond, pretty much free reign. There's no CC for him minus the sleep dart from Squeaky Frog. But
oh boy, here comes the tire.
It's melted. Shrek 2 teleported to the high ground game. That's amazing.
I'm just gonna say right here that Master Obi-Wan would be very proud of Tak's utilization of the high ground for a teammate with those teleporters. And just like that, Cream takes a quick 2-0 Ilios.
Ilios looking extremely strong and carrying his team to victory. Shrek 2 on DVD, the sequel, the second one. You see the boop there from Son of Chaos. And the second boop coming in any second. There it is. Nice cleanup, nice synergy there between Son of Chaos and Shrek 2. Really, the entire team. It takes a lot of teamwork and comms to get a bunker to work correctly, especially when you're running a hard point like that. So definitely props to Cream on that one.
Oh boy. Well, let's take a little look at the Twitch chat while we're waiting here. UGC Fatal Error says that he just updated this username. It's the same account, though. Benny should know I am too cheap to pay for 2 Prime accounts. I do. We're going to have to renegotiate my contract, Fatal. You'll have to add another 0 to what you're paying me in Magnum.
Oh, boy.
They gave you too much credit. Just take it. Yeah. Be grateful, Fatal.
We're fortunate to have people like him in this league. Got rezzed. So in that last fight where D-Man was able to deal a lot of burst damage on that Junkrat from afar, he was able to take out Shrek 2, but kind of instantly got rezzed, and that was the that's kind of like the benefit of running a Mercy in that comp. Mercy doesn't necessarily deal or do a whole lot for you. It gives you the damage boost on the Bastion, which is pretty nice, but it gives you that res, so if your main source of damage gets picked early in that particular situation, you're able to res him and you don't just automatically lose the fight. So decent team composition ideas and theory crafting on the side of Cream Team, I would say.
Indeed.
Looks like our final map of this evening. We will be going to Rialto. That's another payload map, and where TFD kind of reigns supreme on Eichenwald, a hybrid map, we may see them kind of hold in a similar fashion. So that pirate ship seemed pretty strong from Cream Team as they were going through Eichenwald, but it got stalled out on that third point for too long. So if TFD could find a good hold point here, and maybe that's the first corner of Eichenwald, maybe it's all the way into third point. But if they can find a good place to hold, you know, it may be over before it starts here on Rialto.
We're going to. I'm imagining we are going to be seeing a Shrek 2 on DVD with Bastion again. I'm going to be surprised if we don't see... Yep, immediately, insta-lock Shrek 2 on DVD onto the Bastion in the Hero Assembly screen. Will we see Rake bring out Baptiste again? What do you think? Do you think we'll see it one more time?
Yeah, it seems that Baptiste was getting a lot of value. Between the Immortality Field and the Damage Amplification Matrix, it was just such a good combo for that Bastion. And so when you're running a bunker like that with the Orisa Shield and with the Bastion, you almost need a Baptiste so they can't dive you, so that they can't just like instantly pick you. That Immortality Field kind of gives you a second chance in case you mess something up.
Ready for battle.
There we go, Shrek bringing out the Bastion, Rake on the Baptiste, Rova on the Mercy, Son of Chaos, causing chaos. One more time, bringing out the Wrecking Ball, TFDv on the Orisa, and Tack on the Symmetra. So exact same lineup that we saw last time. Oh, look at this, Son of Chaos.
Oh,
breaking
he's
down all the barriers on either side so he can boot people off with the swing. That is amazing.
Oh, man. And if TFD is not prepared for this, that could be a couple early environmental kills and a really good head start on the minefield here for Son of Chaos. So, if he can land a nice environmental, this could kind of kickstart the hold for Dream Team.
And let's see
he's looking. He's looking.
Getting ready.
He's thinking about it.
Like a cat to pounce.
Come on. Oh, he puts that down. Oh, he gets one. A nice pick onto J-How there. Stunned, but is able to get away. He has slept here in the back line. He'll get woken up.
To get away from Shrek 2, though.
And it seems that none of TFDv is able to get away from Shrek 2. They're trying to peel back the layers of this bunker, but they can't get anywhere. My best Shrek joke.
Oh, yeah. Bastions are like onions. They make you cry when you run into them. They make you cry when they hit you in the face.
Just crying the entire time while looking at one.
Oh, dang. Fatal Error says he's going to add 3 more zeros to our paycheck. Ooh. I am a rich man.
And the 100 biddies. Thank you, Fatal.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Fatal. That's very appreciated.
We appreciate that, and we also appreciate this rotate here on the side of TFD. They're trying to take a little bit different approach here, using cover to their advantage. Finally, however, it's so slippery. Tack is using that teleporter, and they're just flitting around every time that TFD gets close to them. They teleport away.
Son of Chaos becoming the full-on nemesis of J-How, hitting them again as he swings around a central pillar. Shrek 2 dealing damage and hops on down with Tack sticking next to his mode of transportation. Finally something getting going here from TFD. Jenkins and D-Man again finding additional picks. They're finally going to be moving forward that payload uncontested for the first time this map.
Yeah, 2 players on payload here. J-How taking the space that is given to him, and he's going to be attempting to hold it so that they don't even have to recontest. However, it looks like Stream will be coming up forward here. A nice ultimate here from Greeny. Oh, and a big bomb from Jenkins. The setup is huge, and it looks like the kill feed is showing red. TFD able to clear out and take the first point here on Rialto.
TFD definitely finding their footing here, moving on forward. keeping this payload rolling as they deal tons upon tons of damage. And they're actually getting picks. The momentum has thoroughly swung in their favor. And that Diva Bomb coming in from Jenkins was actually huge. It took down Rake and Bastion, the most fearsome wombo combo available to Cream Team right at the moment. And that's what's allowed them to move on so far. But now we see them back up on the high ground. Cream Team, Shrek 2 on DVD, breaks down into Bastion mode, breaks down into tank mode. Squeaky Frog eats a cannon blast. And more damage is continuing to be dealt, but no one else has died just yet. Jayhow is low, but is going to be healed up by his teammates. The barrier is destroyed, and they're not going to be able to capitalize. Jay escapes with their life, but Greeny does not. Shrek annihilates them. Let's see who else they're able to find through this huge shield that Tak has put up.
Yeah, with that shield up, it looks like it's going to be TFD to disengage a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a reset as D-Man goes off the edge here. So, soft reset. Looks like TFD's backing up a little bit. They're going to take the high ground. At least Jayhow is taking the high ground up here. So, it's going to be attempting to find a nice position to Earth Shatter from. The rest of his team taking low as he goes high. Giving his team a little bit of information. And D-Man coming back on the Hanzo instead of the Brigitte. That's a lot more shield break, but a lot less healing. Nice sneaky play with the Diva Bomb teleport. Unable to find anything, though.
Oh my goodness. Jayhow way in the back line, trying to do some damage. Squeaky managed to keep them up for a little bit, but DVB does take them down. D-Man is also gone. Squeaky, though, finding a cheeky little pick on the attack. The Symmetra goes down. So the payload is going to be able to move close to this corner, uncontested. But Ultimate Bank pretty much devoid for each team, short of one massive bomb from Jenkins.
And the EMP setup. This could be huge if Greeny lands something big and Jenkins finds the right position for it. This could be the setup of the century, I believe.
On the same hand, look on the other side. Oh, the hack is gigantic. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Who's it going to find?
Ooh.
Only one. DVB does go down. But Shrek has the tank mode ready, and they're going to use it right now. Who are they going to find? You see a nano-boosted Reinhardt running straight on in. Jayhow, but not going to be able to find anything on it. He has to hold up his shield. Shrek taking a fair bit of damage. Shrek 2 on DVD does go down, but it's brought back to life by Roba. Oh boy, here's the Transcendence. Is it going to be able to keep everyone alive long enough? Shrek goes down to Jay. Roba goes down to Jenkins. But the May attack has switched off the Symmetra and onto the Freezy Girl herself. Standing on the point, here come the dragons. Attack goes down.
Son of Chaos with the bomb.
D-Man.
The immortality field is down now. That's no more free life for them. Shrek 2 on the Pharah now, dealing damage from high places instead of lower on the ground. However, Jenkins with 2 picks. Greeny finally finishing him off in the air. Ooh, looks like a shatter from Jayhow in the spawn, and it's just going to be Tak on the Mei to contest out here.
Tak actually a fantastic contestant. It's going to give Davey time to get onto the point. Rake was trying to get here. Oh no, he jumped up into the air and C9'd it. Goodbye, Davey B. And round 1 goes to TFD.
TFD able to push the payload through. However, at what cost? They have 1:22 seconds left. Pretty decent time, I would say, overall. And the fact that they completed it gives them a decent amount of hope. This is, if you remember Eichenwald, this is a little bit similar to there, where they were able to push it through with a little bit of time remaining, and then they were able to just full hold on the last point against this Bastion bunker pirate ship.
But honestly, attack is where we've seen Cream Team do their most damage. This pirate ship, a horrifying experience, to say the very least.
Truly. If I had to make some predictions here, I would say that that Cream is able to push through first a little bit faster, but then they get hung up on second and third. And the reason I say that is that if they can set up this bastion, they won't have to deal with the high ground like TFD was forced to do. And so if you remember, TFD was kind of like kited around for the longest time on first point here, trying to get up to the high ground and pin down that bastion. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to take it back. Greeneed is on the bastion now, and it looks like they're going to try to give Cream Team a taste of their own medicine.
Well, a little bit of this taste this own medicine's a little bit too little too late, because now Cream Team has 2 turrets. Tack bringing out the Torbjorn in conjunction with Shrek 2 on the Bastion. And now look at this. It's the battle of the turrets, the heavy firepower going back and forth. Torbjorn, Tack goes underneath, but...
Oh, J-How booped way out of position here. That means no more Orisa shield for his team. Greeneed is going to be kind of all alone up there. J-How all alone with Jenkins down bottom, but it doesn't seem to matter. Not entirely sure which way the picks are going at this point. Kind of blow for blow at this point. A little bit of contest on point. And Tack rolling in with 2 big kills there. He's purpled on point. And it seems that Cream is doing a pretty good job of breaking through this Bastion defense here.
The only problem that TFD is facing with trying to do this taste of your own medicine strategy is that they haven't practiced this, and you can tell it right now. That bunker disintegrated as soon as one person was knocked out of position. There was no repositioning, there was no Symmetra to bail anyone out, there was no teleports, there was nothing. And now Shrek 2 on DVD rolls his mechanical chariot onto checkpoint 1, and the payload is going to advance rapidly as they keep TFD kind of tucked back behind the corner.
That is going to be a damage amplification matrix on point from the Baptiste of Rekin, and kills are actually rolling in. The damage boosted, nano boosted Mercy here. I think that may have been a Boostio kind of moment.
D-Man takes down Tax Turret, Shrek, and Rake with the tire. So that's going to give TFD a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of time to stabilize and reset. I don't know why Davey just popped that ultimate when he did. That makes no sense to me.
TFDv may be swapping to a Reinhardt here for a little bit more mobility, but true to form, they're going to be keeping the exact same team composition that they have the entire night. Surprising, I would say probably absolutely no one.
No surprises here.
Ooh, that's a big area denial, and it's going to be Greeneed taken out instantly, Son of Chaos, with a very chaotic kind of ultimate there. The ultimate coming out from Jenkins, not able to find anyone. And the Molten Core in the backline, Tack, is slept. Follow-up is not there to take him out. However, that's a lot of zoning off of TFD, and it shows because Trek 2 now able to roll through on cart here, raining damage upon the enemy team with Tack on his side.
Shrek and Tack hurling molten lead onto anyone on TFD that stands in front of them. And the payload, just like that, with 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining to get from checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 3. Things are looking good if you are Cream Team right now.
The ultimate coming out from J-How, that supercharger, kind of forced all of Cream around the corner. They weren't able to just continue this momentum. So, pretty good play. Greeneed gonna be popping this configuration tank here, looking for some picks. He drops down off the high ground. Not able to find a whole lot, however, it does zone Cream off for another 10 seconds or so.
They've got so much free mobility that they could be taking right now if they just hop on down under the payload, but it's not going to happen. That wheel finds through. Son of Chaos and TFDv both gone, just like that.
D-Man living up to his name, the Wheel of Fortune coming in clutch for his team, and it's going to be down to 4 minutes now for Cream to try and push through the final point of Rialto here.
And if you're a tank on the side of Cream Team, that is the Wheel of Misfortune, as 2 of them were taken down by it. Oh boy, here we go. Now it's real taste of your own medicine. Squeaky Frog coming in on the Baptiste, puts up the damage amplifier, and Rova pays the price. Caught out absolutely annihilated by the turret. Tag also goes down, but now it's destroyed. Shrek 2 on TVD, dealing his own brand of damage straight up into the bunker. And Greeny goes down, and Jayhow goes down. Here comes the bomb.
Oh, that's a
And it
big bomb from
finds
Jenkins.
two and a half really. TFDv's ultimate is gone, but Shrek 2 is gone. TFDv is gone. And now things have slowed down. A little over 3 minutes remaining. His attack is destroyed. And Creamy is kind of getting half reset with every attempted push here.
Yeah, and the ultimates are still looking all right on the side of TFD. They have this Bastion ult up, and they're going to have D-Man's Riptire up here in just a second. And this could stop yet another push in its tracks. It's been a minute since the last real fight. And it's been a bit of soft reset on both sides. But the cart hasn't moved anywhere yet. Oh, a nice shield from Jayhow prevents that Molten Core from doing literally anything. Greeny's safe behind it. And it's gonna be Cream waiting on the high ground to go in.
Rova over here doing their own thing. Shrek 2 finally finding the damage. Son of Chaos
nice.
adding to the fray, and Tak is the only one to go down. They just have to kill the baby diva. The Anna's hiding away in the little corner. Sizz, and Sizz is going to die very soon. And now look who it is. Shrek 2 providing the turret to the tank as we roll on with 2 minutes remaining and such a short few meters.
It's going to be Configuration Tank coming out from Greeny right now, and Shrek 2 is thinking better of his throne, and he's going to be hopping off the payload there. A lot of ultimates coming out right now on the side of TFD, but it's not mattering. The kills are rolling in on the side of Cream Team. They're able to push through, and it's Shrek dealing massive amounts of damage as always. Tak now on the Junkrat in the backline, causing absolute chaos right now. No one can touch him. He's in the immortality field, and finally able to go down. Sizz finding a nice little double there, taking out the immortality field, and then Tak. It's going to be a minute 20 left on the clock to try and push these final few meters. They're going to have to work super hard in order to push it here.
But look at the ultimate bank right here. We just see the Orisa pop theirs, but now Rake and Shrek 2 on DVD. We are going to have the damage boost and the tank ready to roll. And which one's...
Oh, he's gone!
No, Shrek 2 gets caught out of position.
There's no mercy for the res. There's only 48 seconds left, and Tak with a Riptire here. He's going to want it to be big, but they know where it's coming from. They may be able to take it down. Oh, the immortality field from Squeaky saves the entire team. That was a huge immortality field. No one went down to that tire. And instead, ultimates are now coming online for TFD. In fact, more ultimates than Cream.
That Rake might have been popped a little bit early, but it is going to find AVB out of position. Shrek 2 on DVD goes into tank mode right now. Tak goes down. Here comes the Diva Bomb. There's no protection out there. Someone's going to eat it.
The immortality field.
And here comes the damage boost. Shrek 2 starts shredding right now. Is it going to be enough? Another Riptire comes flying in. Shrek 2 finds 2. And this is so close. So many picks being traded back and forth. Ray goes down. We are into overtime, but it's not going to matter. I don't think DVB is going to be able to get there to extend it, and he doesn't. Cream Team falls, and TFD takes the evening.
TFD takes the evening 2-1 in a tight best-of-3 series, giving Cream a taste of their own medicine. Old Man Jenkins here with the play of the game. Let's check out this bomb here. Nice EMP setup from Greeneed. And a nice triple there on the tank line and the damage line of Cream. Doing some absolute work there. 74% kill participation. Jenkins doing some great work. And Shrek 2 dealing 35% of his team's damage again. Really high numbers. But that's to be expected when you dump your resources in like that.
And what's also interesting is Rake absorbed 34% of the team's damage, and Rake and Shrek 2 were nearly an inseparable duo. The only duo that was perhaps more dominating was Tak on the Symmetra, giving Shrek 2 on DVD the ability to jump around from place to place.
Yeah, Tak was really instrumental there in being able to kite TFD around. That Symmetra doing really good work trying to, keep that position moving. So they had a hard time closing in, especially on first point on Rialto there. And Tak also just with good utility overall, playing that Symmetra role, and then we also saw the Mei, which had some pretty good point contests there at the end, stalled out for quite a while. So, good hero pool from Tak as well.
All right, I believe we've reached a certain time of the evening.
I do believe we have. That's right, it's MVP time for these two teams. And we'll go ahead and start with Cream Team. For MVP for them, I think I'll go first. And you know who I want to give it to.
I do know who you want.
But I'm actually gonna go...
Search your feelings, you know this to be true.
Alright, we'll say what everyone's thinking. Shrek 2 on DVD, a classic, an instant classic. Whether you saw it on the big screen or on DVD here at your house. But he was doing some serious damage. And when you kind of build your team around a player like that, then yeah, it's kind of expected that you do good. So I would say that he definitely did his job in dealing out the damage, not getting picked early. So props to him. However, I would like to give a very honorable mention to Son of Chaos, because I think that hamster combo with that bunker was a really good idea. You've got that bunker hardpoint, and then you've got this roaming Hammond who can kind of deal damage and boot people around. So, big props to him, I would say.
I completely agree. There was everybody at one point or another on TFD, or pardon me, on Cream Team, did a phenomenal job. TFDv on the Orisa, Tak on the Mei, or Tak on the Torbjorn, or whatever Tak was happening to playing. The flexibility that Tak displayed was very good. Rake on the Baptiste, phenomenal. Son of Chaos, man, there's some good boops right there, let me tell you what. Rova with some key reses and some exceptional heals, but Shrek 2 is my favorite Shrek film. Puss in Boots is fantastic. The story in Shrek 2 is very good. And Shrek 2 on the Bastion was my favorite thing to watch this evening because, oh my goodness, it's a Bastion bunker comp instead of goats. I enjoy this immensely. So good on Shrek 2, absolutely annihilating anyone that came in front of him. And thank you, Tak, as well. Big shout out to them for the Symmetra plays, especially on Ilios, getting Shrek 2 in position.
All right, and then on to the victors. TFDv dealing some great plays this evening and taking it to a tight 2-1 lead. They had a really good round on both of their escort map. A little bit of a shutout there on Ilios, I would say, but excellent job to them. And for MVP, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Jenkins. He was dealing some great plays, some great synergy out there with Greeny on the Sombra. So, really big plays. We saw him eat a Mei ult, we saw him get quite a few doubles on his Diva bombs, some triples, and that was really the heads-up plays that you needed to see to bring this team to victory.
And I completely concur with that. Jenkins, definitely in my mind, the TFDv MVP. That is one long acronym right there. But all the same, Jenkins on the Diva, finding exemplary bomb placement, eating plenty of ultimates, part of a healthy, well-balanced diet, and yeah, definitely agree. Jenkins MVP TFD.
That is a lot of letters right after one another, and props to you to be able to say that. Gee, a tongue twister out here.
Yeah, that's definitely one TFDv MVP.
Alright, well, that's it for us for Intermediate this evening. Tomorrow we'll be back for some more casting. So if you guys enjoy the content, go ahead and hit that follow button. And we'll be back UGC casting tomorrow evening, and then on Wednesday evening as well. We'll have a doubleheader on Wednesday that you guys can tune into. So I appreciate you guys coming out this evening, for all the support, for the chats, and the hype that you guys provide. So have a good evening, and we will see you all tomorrow.
And happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial.
Peace.